Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol SLS. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So this here may look like a few weeks worth of time. It's actually just the past few days broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to do this time frame that does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out where levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. What I want to do here is focus on more so a broader pattern. And by no means is this pattern like some sort of great discovery on my part. I assure you, anybody that uses charts, understands charts, has taken notice of this pattern and, is definitely kind of keeping an eye on it. So as far as the overall channel pattern is concerned, we have, the top portion of the pattern, the resistance trend line. So yeah, this would be the resistance. And actually, let's make this red for resistance. And that is where over time, the price just has struggled with it. So, I mean, there's been movements to the upside. And that's kind of where the problem with this trend line comes into play is every movement to the upside, quote unquote, keeps getting lower and lower, including, this little bounce right here, got even lower. But technically speaking, it could go up there and get rejected, and that would still be a lower high compared to the other ones. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that because this trend line is showing lower highs that there's no hope for this one or anything else. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying that is, signaling that, the chart is running a little bit low. But, and this is where the bulls kind of make themselves known, at the same time, the bulls really have flexed their muscles time and time again down at this green line. And you can see that over the history, you can see found some support, found some support, found some support, found some support. And that's been a very stubborn area. So sure, you can say, well, the bears are making progress because they keep, pushing the lows, or excuse me, the highs lower and lower, which is true. But you can also say, but the bulls are really being stubborn and really dug in here, which at any point could produce a bounce off that level and then break through that trend line, and that's also valid. So the overall idea here is that big picture wise, it's still just let me actually add up a little bit more context here. Overall, this is what you would call a descending triangle pattern, and the descending is happening within an overall bullish trend. So, you got to keep that in mind. Not always the greatest pattern to see depending on the context of things, but context right here, I would say it's nothing. There's by no means a guarantee that it's headed down lower or anything like that. But the idea is that, if there is going to be any sort of worthwhile movement, then yeah, the bulls are going to have to eventually fight through that level of resistance up there, which has started to be very stubborn, against the bulls. So we'll see what happens with it. But overall, like I said, descending triangle pattern is what I would call it. And like I said, this is all occurring here on the 30-minute time frame. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.